Hey love, happy Monday. Coming to you with a little Monday motivation. You are enough. So I had a situation this morning. Actually, I have a newsletter, and you guys who do not get my newsletter, I send out personal stories and tips about how to live your purpose, how to be happier. But this is not a promotion for that. It's to tell you that it is raw, and I feel exceptionally vulnerable when I send out my thoughts. I feel vulnerable right now sharing with you. It's just like not easy to come online and share with you how I feel and share with you tips and share with you any ideas, because if you reject, if you sign off and you don't watch the rest of this, or if you dislike it or you don't, whatever, it can feel really personal and it hurts. And then immediately my brain starts going, what's wrong with me? Why don't they like me? I'm not good enough. And with my newsletter, I have like almost, 4,000 people, whatever it is on it. And I'm so grateful for every single one of them, and really take the time to write personally. And this morning I noticed that I had 20 people unsubscribe. 20 people say, I no longer want to get your newsletter. And immediately this 15-year-old inside of me just took over and became panicked, that I am not good enough, that I am a loser, that no one likes me. What did I do wrong? Why don't they want me? All this stuff that I have thought for way too long. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm guessing you have these thoughts too. In fact, I know it because I work with so many women, and these thoughts are killers. They're horrible to us. And in fact, just this weekend, I hosted a retreat of 9 incredible women who have all stepped into their power, who have all said yes to learning who they are, to knowing what their strengths are, to becoming their best selves. I have them right here in this very room. And we talked about what does it mean to be an empowered woman, and each woman shared what that means. Someone said being fearless, right? So going for your dreams no matter what other people say. And someone else said to be confident and to feel good about who you are. And there were all these beautiful definitions of what it means to be an empowered woman. And then I asked the question, and what is holding you back from being that right now? What is holding you back? So I'm going to ask you that question. What does it mean to be empowered? What does it mean to be confident? And I would love to hear from you about what that is, and what is holding you back right now. Well, as they each sat and they journaled, I couldn't help but think for myself, what is holding me back from being as empowered as I could be? And what's holding me back, frankly, is giving too much of a shit about how many people watch this video. What is holding me back is my old kind of 15-year-old brain, or this younger part of me, say that I'm not worthy unless 1,000 people love me on Facebook, or unless 50 new people like me on Instagram. Listen, I would love to increase my influence, and I would love to serve you on Instagram, and love to serve you on Facebook, and love to serve you on my newsletter. I would love, because all I want to do is spread love in the world. All I want to do so badly is to empower you to live your purpose. This is choking me up. That is all I want. And every time someone unsubscribes or doesn't like what I have to say, it hurts at the guttural level, because it's all I want to do is do good. But the thing is, the part of me that is being hurt isn't my 43-year-old adult woman self. The part of me that feels that hurt is the 10-year-old who first felt rejected in 5th grade. And what is the part of you that is holding you back? What age is she, right? Of these beautiful 9 women who were here this weekend, one had been molested when she was 9 years old. And so she instantly put up a barrier to other people that she couldn't trust. I can't be vulnerable. I can't trust. That was her big lesson, right? Someone else had witnessed abuse as a little girl. She witnessed abuse of her mother, of her grandmother, of her aunts until she was 4. She witnessed so much abuse. And so what is holding her back is this fear. If I do anything wrong, with her husband, with her friends, if I do anything, I will be hurt. Someone else had been abandoned by her first husband. The minute she told her first husband, this is what I want in the world, he left. He left her and her little boy, so she became a single mother. Like, we have been hurt. But that not truth. Okay, I was hurt in 5th grade when my little girlfriends decided one day that I wasn't good enough and they pushed me out of the group, started telling a rumor about me. And ever since then, I have felt not good enough by little things, by you not liking a Facebook post or by a newsletter or by a client not signing up, whatever it might be. And if I let that younger part of me take over, I will end up feeling like the world's biggest loser. The world's biggest loser, when that is ridiculous. Because I am not a loser. And neither are you. Neither are you. You have so much power. You have so many beautiful strengths. You have so much wisdom. My loves, we have lived. Like I'm seeing my dear friend Margot on here. What's holding me back is the fear of what I could do if I would not do so. Amen, my sister. Right? It always comes down to fear. Whatever holds us back is always about fear. And it makes sense because all we want when we are babies is to belong. We want to be loved. We want to be held. We want to feel good enough. And so we carry that into adulthood, and everything that is holding you back just gets down to some sort of base fear about not being loved. But in this moment, I am going to declare, I don't know how yet, but I'm going to declare that I am worthy, that I am good enough, that in fact, the number of people on Facebook don't actually matter. And for you, the equivalent might be that whether the people at work, right, are applauding you or you feel like they're judging you. As long as you stand in your integrity, right? Or another client of mine, another woman who was here, she has dreams about what she wants to do, and she is just afraid that her parents won't like her dreams because it means moving out of the city and moving out of the state. So her base fear is, if I follow my own dreams, I will no longer be loved. And the truth is that if that's what their love is conditional on, then that's not really love. However, they're not going to abandon her. They are not going to abandon her. She's going to follow her dreams, and I'm going to follow mine, and you are going to follow yours. And it all gets down to knowing that we are good enough. Those voices that say that you are not pretty enough, smart enough, talented enough, skinny enough. Like, according to who? Who said? Says who that you're not skinny enough? Says some magazine that airbrushes people? Or says some boyfriend from high school who wanted to make you feel bad about your butt? Like, another time I had a retreat here. Women were talking about what they hate or dislike about their bodies. Hi, Jackie. So good to see you. And one woman said, I never liked my boobs because there was this pencil test. And the boys in school told me that if I couldn't hold my pencil under my boob, if I couldn't hold the pencil, then my boobs weren't good. And another girl said, oh my God. I heard of the pencil test when I was younger, but it was that if your boobs did hold the pencil, it was bad. So here's the same freaking test that these girls both had, these women had when they were girls, and one heard that they were supposed to hold the pencil, and one heard that they were not supposed to hold the pencil. When in reality, says who? We are as humans, because we so desire to be loved, because we so desire to connect, because we so desire to thrive. We so desire to live on purpose and to make a difference and to be connected and feel love. We desire that so much that when we feel unloved, it goes right to the jugular and makes us feel like we are not good enough. And repeat after me, because we are going to do this together. I've got my own shit to work out around this. We are enough. And our presence is enough. We don't have to be smarter, be thinner, be better. We don't have to be anything. You don't have to do anything. You're fucking awesome as is. And I'll tell you, I'm saying this to myself because you know what? I am. Every day I wake up and say, how can I impact people? Every day. And if you don't want to hear what I have to say, then I guess you're not my person. Someone else will be impacted by what I have to say. And if there's someone out there who thinks that I'm fat or ugly or whatever that might be, then they're not my person. All we can do is come back to who we are and continue to return. And as long as we are acting in integrity with ourselves, as long as we are speaking our truth, as long as we are speaking from love and we are using our voice and using our passions and using our strengths and using all that is freaking amazing about ourselves to impact, then that's as good as it gets. My dear friend, soul sister Margot is saying, isn't it crazy that we believe the voices of fear more and faster than the voices of love and empowerment? Totally. Isn't that amazing? Like, there is a brain reason behind this, right? The voice of fear happens so quickly, and it tells you that you are not good enough, that you are ugly, that you are fat, that you are not smart, that you won't get the promotion, that you shouldn't even try, that who are you to even think that you could go out on your own and have your own business? And we listen to it. The way to live a happier life is to get control of that voice. And we get control of the voice by first and foremost having some love and compassion for ourselves. We are human and that we have that voice. And I don't even know if there is no such thing as fearless. What there is feeling fear and loving yourself enough to go through it and go forward anyway. Feeling the fear and you move forward anyway. And there are ways, right? So one is, here are a few tips to make yourself know that you are enough. One, start racking up all the evidence of how awesome you are. We think so much about the people who don't love us. Think about the people who do love you. I'm going to start taking a daily inventory of who loves me. Actually, I can see my husband is watching this, so hold me to this, right? Tonight, before we go to bed, I want to take a daily inventory of who does love me. And then number 2 is notice where your mind goes, how fast it goes to fear, how fast it goes to negativity, just like my dear friend, soul sister Margot said on here. Notice how fast, and then see if you can kind of get a hold of it and just awareness, like, oh, not beating yourself up, but oh, there it went again. And then with self-compassion, say, and what else is true? What if I flip the fear and I say, what's the opportunity? What could be great here? What else might be possible? How might I do this? And what if we just had this crazy idea that we actually started looking in the mirror and telling the person in the mirror how awesome she is? What if you started doing that? And what if you even have to fake it at first? Fake it until you become it. And about those pesky voices, it could be someone in your life, right? A client of mine, her grandfather says, who are you to think you can run a marathon? So that voice is so strong. And you can come back to, ask the question, who am I to run a marathon? I'm awesome. That's who I am. And you give all the reasons why you are good enough to run that marathon, why you are strong enough, why you can do it. Our brain will go crazy. Your brain is a survival mechanism. It is more on the lookout for fear. Research has proven this. Your brain tries to find more fear and threat because it's just trying to keep you alive, right? Your brain is the same brain that our ancestors had when they were like with saber-toothed tigers and people like that, right? Yeah, people, dinosaurs, saber-toothed tigers, threat of famine. It's just the fight, flight brain. So your brain will try to control you unless you control it. So we need to double, triple, quadruple down. In fact, that's the standard I'm going to hold myself to right now. I'm going to quadruple down on the positivity, quadruple down on the empowerment, quadruple down on looking in the mirror and telling myself, I am awesome. I am worthy. I do good in the world. Because the negative, research shows it's something called negativity bias. Research shows that the negative is so much stronger. One little negative, one little tiny little piece of negative is so much stronger than the positive that we need oodles, right? Original research said we need 3 positives to overcome every negative. We need at least 3. I need like 25 positives for every negative. That's how negative my brain goes sometimes. So we have to be intentional about it. We have to be intentional about it. In fact, on my newsletter, which is how I started this whole video, I'm doing a little series right now about intentionally using your brain. Because at Rosh Hashanah, at Jewish New Year, our rabbi posted some questions for us to be thinking about next year. And the fact is, your brain will control you. Your life will control you. Before you know it, years will go by and you haven't gotten off the couch to follow the dream that you have or to pursue whatever's in your heart or to even think about what's in your heart because of the negative brain. So you have the opportunity now, like right now, to take control of your brain and be more intentional and bring the positivity into your life. And you do that by some of what I just said. You get in the mirror and you fake it until you become it, like the beautiful Amy Cuddy says. You surround yourself with people who love you. It made me feel so good to come onto this and immediately see my soul sister, Margot. She's in Amsterdam. It's not like we get to see each other, but I know she's out there and I know she loves me exactly as I am. So you start counting who are the people who love you. You start focusing more on them than the naysayers. You start focusing more on the positive stuff in your life, the thoughts that you are enough, that you, just being you is enough. You find evidence for it. This is really big. Your brain loves evidence. In fact, your brain needs evidence, and it will come up with all sorts of evidence that you're wrong and bad and awful. Okay, your brain will come up with as much evidence as it possibly can that you are ugly, fat, whatever the thing is, okay? So it is time to start looking for positive evidence of what is also true about you, because none of that's true, but what is actually true about you. And if my fear brain goes to, I'm a loser because people unsubscribe from my newsletter. Well, my husband was going, but do you see the other 4,000 people who continue to subscribe? And my fear brain didn't want to see those people. They wanted to focus on the few who unsubscribed. Nah. I've got to intentionally, in fact, I want to look at every single one of the people's names who I do send a newsletter to, and I want to send them love. I got to focus intentionally on the positive. And I let my brain go awry for about an hour this morning. So I'm bringing it back. And so my Monday motivation to you is to bring it back too. This is how we're going to, the world needs us live in our strength, live in our power, live in our positivity right now. And you deserve it. And I deserve it. And the way we're going to do it is together. I am every day more and more convinced. I had a retreat this weekend of, like I said, these 9 women coming together, and they're part of a group of 11 women who are together for 4 months, who are all saying, I am going to get to know myself. I'm going to live my purpose. I'm going to go out and pursue my dreams. And the way that this is going to happen, this positivity I'm talking about, this empowerment I'm talking about, this it is all going to happen through sisterhood, or if you're a dude, through brotherhood. It's going to happen through coming together. Because when we come together, we start to see who we really are. Left alone in your own room, you're going to go all negative. Come together, and you're going to start to see who you really are. And if you ever, ever, ever need help remembering who you are, you call me. And I will tell you who you are. I will show you your strengths. I will help you see how wonderful and courageous and beautiful you are. Because the more I get to know people, which I get to talk to people every single day, the more amazed I am at how freaking resilient and powerful we are. My God, of the 9 women who are here this weekend, what they have lived through, whether that is race challenges or that, racism, or seeing family members be beaten, or abandonment, we have lived. And the fact that we have lived and we have survived makes us fucking awesome. And I'm standing in that right now. Because I've survived. I'm a survivor. And more than a survivor, I have used every single trauma of my life to become better. And I am not going to let a Facebook number or a newsletter number or any of that bullshit define my worth. No way. We're going to do this together. So if you are down for that, throw a heart up there. Let's do it together. Let's stand in our worth together. If you're down for that, then post below yes. Post below yes. And we are going to do this together. We're going to take a stand for our own self-worth. We're going to take a stand for being awesome. We're going to take a stand for knowing that we are enough as is. We're going to take a stand. And I need you to keep me honest too, because my brain is the same as your brain. My brain can get all negative too. It can go all not good enough. No. Yes, Emily. Yes, Margot. Yes, Jackie. We're going to do this together. Yes. Is it Ilse? I'd love to know how to pronounce your name. Yes, we're going to do this together. Because you know what? We deserve it. And we're awesome. And we have so much to share with the world. Oh my God. The world needs our strength and needs our unconditional love and needs our compassion and needs our purpose and needs our art and our talent and our writing. And if you're good with numbers, or you're good with children, or you're good with the elderly, the world needs you now. And the only way that you're going to go out there and put yourself out there, the only way I'm going to keep putting myself out there is if I remember that I am enough right here, right now. So that's my commitment to you right now. And I'm so glad to see some of you are making the commitment with me. I love you so much. You have no idea. You have no idea what an honor it is that I get to do this in the world. I know that this is why I was born. And to help you go live why you were born. And that's what we're going to do together. So I love you. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for passing it on. You're the best. That's all I know. You are the best. Love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I hope you have a beautiful day. And I guess that's it. If you do want to check out anything else I do, go over to Instagram or go to my newsletter, PurposeGirl.com. You can sign up. And I'll just see you the next time I do Facebook Live, which will be Thursday or Friday this week. I love you so much. Love you too, Emily. Love you too, Jackie. Bye for now, my loves. You are enough. We are enough. Thank you. Bye, Elsie.